What's going on? My last video, I said I would touch on what I was doing when I was cleaning the wheelchair. Well, it kind of ties into a bigger subject, so I'm going to take a couple minutes to get into it. Now, in order to understand, I got to be completely honest. You know, growing up from a rough area and whatnot, you know, when I first heard the term bullying, I took it as kind of a joke. Like, I didn't take it serious. When we growing up, if somebody talk trash back. They crack jokes, you crack joke back. You know, like, it was that kind of environment. You know, you had to be on your A game, so to speak. So, you know, I didn't really understand the concept of bullying in today's society. You know, so, you know, fast forward to the video. That's just a part of the current situation that I have been going through, which now I currently understand what bullying is. And to get a little more in depth with the scenario, I said on any given night, I'm working in a room full of maybe 20 people, 15 to 20 people. Now, I don't know any of these people from a can of paint. They don't know me. I never heard of them. They never heard of me, you know. But for some strange reason, it's like it's a vendetta, you know. They shout things across the room about me, walk beside me, talking slick, doing gestures, making sly comments, inside jokes, disrespect. And it wouldn't be just one or two people. It would be every person in the room. Now, anybody who's ever been in this kind of situation, when you're on a clock, you can't normally deal with this kind of thing how you would on the streets. That's number one. Secondly, one of the things that's the most frustrating is this coming from people who wouldn't even pop off with you if you've seen them on the streets. And I know this because I've seen a few, and I've had people with me because I'm handicapped, and none of them wanted any kind of smoke, look away, put their head down when I look at them, walk the other direction, etc., etc. But, you know, it's like, you know, they try to do these things in a safe environment, and they try to get you to react. And that's the game plan. You react, then you get out of character, then they run, and they try to get you fired. I've been through that 10 years ago, 15 years ago at temp jobs. You know, people, they taunt you, and the moment you react, literally the moment, within 5 minutes, you're in the office. Because they already had this plan. 3 of them run and tell them the same story at once. Oh, he was being aggressive. Oh, if y'all don't do something about it, I can't work here no more, blah, blah, blah. That's the kind of games they play, you know. So, me knowing this, I always have to be cautious in the way I maneuver and deal in these kind of situations. So over, you know, a couple months, you know, I tried to approach people like an adult. We're all grown. I pull them to the side, not in front of nobody, not trying to embarrass somebody, put nobody on the spot. Maintain professionalism. Hey, is there a problem? Is there anything you want to talk to me about, et cetera, et cetera? They all respond, oh, no, everything's fine. Oh, no, man, no, you're good. Don't worry. I would never talk about you like that, blah, blah, blah. Get back on the floor, and I can literally see and hear these same people who looked me in the eyes and told me all these, oh, no, don't worry about it, blah, 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 doing the exact conduct that I asked them about. And I asked them because I've already seen them doing it. You understand? About 10 different people, you know, employees, even talk to some upper people, you know. And it's just wild because regardless, you think that people be mature enough to deal with you on that kind of level, but that's not the case. And then to take it a step further, like I said, I am a person in a wheelchair with half a leg. You understand? I have enough problems of my own to worry about. I have enough things I gotta do. You know what I mean? I lost 6 years of work because of my leg, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I don't got time to be dealing with people that's 35, 45, act like they're 12. But this is the kind of conduct that goes on. And some people in position of power see it, they ignore it, they sweep it on the rug, they do nothing. Others attempt to do something, but when things spread so far, ain't much you can do. Once a stigma's created, a stigma's created, you know? And it put me through a lot of confusion, you know? Like I said, like, I'm just a person who's trying to take care of their family, do right, live an honest lifestyle. You know, I go in, I mind my business, do my work, I leave. And it'll be days and days and days of, like, literally nonstop trash talk, disrespect, mumbling, shouting things across the room, sly shit, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Got to a point where I was like, you know what, enough is enough. You know, I got to protect myself in this kind of situation. But I knew even taking this step, it would turn into some bullshit also. But regardless, like I said, I have a family, so I have to do what I have to do. This ain't the streets. And I try to approach at least 10 people I can name, and they all said the same thing, but conducting themselves like children. So I went to people, we discussed some things, but instead of things being done, it actually got worse, which I knew. I said it's a 50-50 toss-up depending on the person in the position of power, you know what I'm saying? But as kind of expected, you know, went left. Things spread even more, whatever. I had to go above and beyond. And it's just like, to be honest, it's whack. I'm a grown man. I don't bother nobody. I mind my business. I take care of my business. And you have these people who go to extreme lengths to try to discredit me, put smut on my name, disrespect me. I know for a fact some people try to communicate with people from my old job. You know, I heard certain names, I heard certain things, I know it for a fact. So you got people that I even used to work with still trying to slander me. Shit's crazy. Like, why do people want to see a crippled man lose so bad? That's wild, you know what I'm saying? When you really think about this. I could have really ruined lives with the knowledge that I know. Literally could have had people really in a bad predicament. But even when people were doing me dirty, I still withheld and stood like a man. Kept it on a professional level. Yet people are going through extreme lengths, spreading things on social medias out here. You know what I'm saying? Sneaking phone calls and shit. Like I said, I hear certain names, I hear certain things. You know, man, wise man don't always say everything. You know. Like I said, it's just wild to me, you know. I lost literally 5 years, almost 6 years of work experience because something happened to me that was out of my control. And I try to do the right things, and all I've received thus far is literally hatred. Hatred. You know, on the commercials you see, oh, you know, people being nice, they open the doors, they do this, they do that. That's not reality. That's not reality. And it's like, it's crazy because you hear people, oh, people, you're not disabled, you just want to live off the government, blah, blah, blah. But then somebody goes to work, tries to make an honest living, and this is the kind of things that happens that nobody sees, that nobody discusses. Not me. I'm discussing because it's a lot of things that are hidden that people don't know, but they can relate to it. It's a lot of shady things that go on. Like I said, this is how they try to get people to quit a job. This is how they do it. They try to force you out. They think that they could team up, stay on you all day, and hoping that you break. And like I said, people will watch it. And then the craziest part is, you know, you see these people, let's say you go on break, you go use the restroom, you see these people in the hallway, same people that's talking crazy, silent, mute, act like they're looking at something in their phone, put their head down, walk the different direction. And meanwhile, this is all from me being in a wheelchair. So just imagine if I was never even in the wheelchair. They wouldn't even have the balls to do it. You know? Like I said, it's amazing at the lengths that people will go. And it's like, it's crazy. It's like, I constantly wonder, like, how unhappy in a person's life do they have to be to go to work? You know, everybody goes to work and make a living, and instead of focusing on that, your focus is on trying to tear down somebody that's already handicapped. Like how, like there's no one in this world that can convince me that a good person conducts themselves in this manner. I don't care how much money they make, what their title is. There's not one person that is a good person that conducts themselves in this manner. You can literally look. You don't got to know a person from a can of paint and see that they're messed up. See that they're disabled. See that they're at a disadvantage. See that they're fighting to do the right things. Try to live a normal life. And you see all that, and you just decide to try to tear them down. You know, a part of being a good person in life is to try to help people. And if you can't help people, you don't hurt people. But as Joe Budden said, hurt people hurt people. So you kind of got to understand that regardless of how hurtful these things may be that people try to do to you, it's only a reflection of themselves. Because if we're being honest, there's not nobody that's happy in life that spends time trying to be negative on somebody, especially someone disabled. You don't see no successful CEOs, millionaires, people that's chasing dreams, buying homes, traveling. Those people ain't spending time focusing on trying to fucking make somebody miserable, let alone someone disabled. I said, I wish more people would start speaking up on this, because this happens way too often. Like I said, it's a facade that, you know, oh, you become disabled and, you know, there's so many good people that help you and blah, blah, blah. It's a myth. It's a myth. I've been hit with shopping carts in grocery stores. People rush me out of lines, jump ahead of me in lines. I had people try to argue with me because I'm in the fucking cart, act like they're going to get in my face. My girl had to slap a couple people up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could tell stories after stories after stories. I said, like, it's a myth. Like I said, you gotta surround yourself around good people and not fall for the tricks. Don't let these people trick you out of position, because that's what it is. They're trying to trick you out of position by any means necessary. And the worst thing you could do is show vulnerability, because that is what they're going to attack. So with that being said, I'm out. Y'all be smart, be safe. If you enjoyed this content, go to Facebook and like the page. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.